Hey everyone, my name is Mike, and today I'm going to be doing a brief review of the Diesel VEKTR partnership with Monster in-ear headphones. Plenty of reviews for the Diesel VEKTR on-ear headphones, but wanted to do a quick review of these in-ears. I just picked these up at a Boxing Day sale here in Canada for a pretty good price, so I wanted to tell you about what I think about them. This isn't an unboxing video. This is just a little review of the device itself. You don't get much else in the box other than what I'm going to show you here. Although you do get a significant quantity of different ear tips. I think in total I counted 5 of the circular style silicone ear tips and then 2 of the triple flange style ear tips. So a total of 7 sets of silicone ear tips, and then a bit of documentation. But that's sort of all that you get in the box, and probably all that you'd expect for headphones at this price point. So here's the case that you get. As you can see, Diesel embossed right on the front, quite prominent. Over here, this texture is kind of a cloth. This is all kind of fake leather down the middle here, and then cloth on the right. Little Monster logo there on the side, and then on the back, same construction, fake leather down here, and then cloth over on this side, and on the top, a little carabiner. So, to open it up here, other reviews have suggested that this actually isn't a magnetic clasp, but it is a magnetic clasp, but it's one of those kind of clip and close magnetic clasps. You have to kind of find the spot, but it does magnetically close, and then it stays shut. So you don't have to apply a ton of force, but it's not one of these kind of hidden magnet flaps that you see on some other cases. So just worth noting. So there are the headphones themselves stuffed inside the case. I'll go ahead and pull them out. I'll show you inside the case here, and it might be difficult to see, but there is a little pocket right there that allows you to store extra ear tips should that be something that you want to do. So there is a little pocket for that inside the case as well. There's a last look at the case. Put that aside here. So here are the headphones, sufficiently tangled. First thing I'd mention about the tangle and tangling is you've got a triangular sort of style cable. I haven't seen this on any other headphones, although I guess they do have it on the on-ear Diesel VEKTRs. But it does have that kind of memory that is helpful for being tangle-free. So even coming out of that case, just a little shake and you can actually get it untangled. Excuse me, pretty easily. So let's take a look at the headphones here. So this is the left earbud, and as you can see, Diesel displayed quite prominently. It is kind of glossy plastic, and should mention that this is an all plastic construction on the actual earbuds here, and then on the control talk and the plug as well, except for the actual gold-plated plug itself. So a lot of plastic here, glossy plastic on the top, and then as you turn on the inside there, you can see that's kind of a matte plastic, and then I've got the circular style silicone ear tips on there. So quite a striking visual design. Diesel is displayed very prominently. Not a lot in terms of the Monster logo. You can see it right there, but that actually faces inside your ear, so you don't really see that when you're wearing them. They are quite long from top to bottom. That's one thing to bear in mind. Very angular in design, and long, probably an inch or more from top to bottom, so where my fingers are to the very top there. It's probably over an inch. So, expect for people to be able to see that you're wearing these. These are not by any means invisible. I'll show you the other earbud there. This is the right side. Same design. Have to focus there. You can kind of see. So there you go. So progressing down the cable here, here's the little control talk mechanism. You can see in silver the VEKTR logo right there. This is a universal control talk, and I don't know if they make anything but the universal control talk. So for me on my iPod Touch, that seemed to be 1 click for pause, 2 clicks for next track, and 3 clicks to rewind the track to the beginning, and then I think it would be end your call or perhaps mute, but I actually haven't tried to use it on a telephone yet. But it seems to work just fine. Then you do have this sort of diamond-shaped cable yoke here. It's a diamond because you have 2 triangular-shaped cables feeding in here, so diamond is sort of the logical shape to use. It'll be a little difficult to see, but there is another Diesel logo there, and then a Monster logo right there as well, and then it is all accentuated by that yellow coloring, just like you saw on the earbuds. So down at the bottom of the cable, you can see here, there is the plug. You can see the Monster logo, and there is the Diesel logo as well. You can see on the cable here, it does say, holding this upside down, you can see it says noise division, which is sort of just a marketing term I think that Diesel has come up with. It actually looks a little cheap here. It's just printed right onto the cable. It's not really consistent with the look of the headphones in any other way other than it's just kind of printed on here, so I don't know that adds a whole lot. The plug is good. It feels sturdy as it can for a little piece of plastic. It is quite large though, and I think you can probably get the sense of that in comparison to the plug. It's not discreet in any way. As long as it holds up, that shouldn't be a problem, but it is fairly large. So those are the headphones here. I've had them for a couple of days now, and I've spent quite a bit of time looking at them and listening to them, and I would say that the sound quality is very good. If I had to describe the way that the earbuds sound, I would say it's very much a balanced sound profile. This is not like some of the other some of the Beats in-ear headphones, for example, which I think over time developed at least a bit of a reputation, or at least some of the models, for having a very bass-heavy sort of sound profile. I didn't get that sense from these. I thought it was a very balanced sound. You will get a fair amount of bass. I did read on a couple of reviews of these headphones that the driver in these earbuds is 20 millimeters long. I don't know how that would be possible, especially if it were a circular driver. But anyways, that's what I read, which would suggest very bass heavy. That would be quite a significant size driver and allowing you to get some real bass frequencies. But I didn't find it to be muddy at all. I did find it to be balanced. There was a fair amount of sparkle in the mids and the highs, but not screeching or overwhelming in any sense. Before these, I was using a pair of JVC dual driver in-ear earbuds. I think it's the FXT 90s or something like that, which were very good in-ear headphones, and just wanted to try something new. And I would say that these are very much on par in terms of sound quality. So quite impressed. In terms of comfort and fit, you'll have to find the pair of ear tips that work for you. But again, Monster and Diesel have been kind enough to include 5 pairs of the circular style and 2 pairs of the triple flange style in the package here. So I'd be very surprised if you couldn't find a pair that fits you quite well. You know, I think with any of these in-ear earbuds, over time they may grow tiresome to your ears from a comfort perspective. And as I talk here, I'm just trying to give you a closer view of some of these things. But I would say fairly comfortable. But you know, I think all these earbuds will give you a bit of fatigue over time. So I didn't experience much of that, but it wouldn't shock me if that did happen. So there you go. Not much else to say. I picked these up for about $50. I think the MSRP on Monster or Diesel would be about $100 at the moment. But if you look online, you can typically find them for much cheaper than that. Again, I got them here in Canada for about $50 in a Boxing Day sale. But I think you can typically find them at about that price point. And I think for that price point, these would be you know, comparable to many of the other kind of mid-range earbud headphones that you might see at sort of that $50 price point. Hope this has been helpful and that you enjoyed this review. Thanks very much.